Lucid Dream Adventure 2 Story. A perfect example of blending traditional point-and-click gameplay with a mobile touch interface, Lucid Dream Adventure 2 plays well as a tense atmospheric adventure game with a focus on story and inventory management while exploring lovingly crafted gloomy environments. You take control of a small girl who must find ways to manipulate her environment as a mysterious intrigue develops, and this is where Lucid Dream Adventure 2 shows off its innovative approach to point-and-click gameplay. You have the option to move horizontally across the environments, and clickable items will reveal themselves as you pass, either yielding some benefit or just adding flavor text. The game is understandably a slow start as you get to grips with the mechanics, and while some of the puzzles can be a little on the obtuse side, the creepy art style and music are great at maintaining that tense atmosphere even when you are struggling. One of the better point-and-click options on the Play Store. Life in Adventure. A perfect example of innovation in mobile game development, Life in Adventure is a role-playing fantasy game that plays out like a Dungeons & Dragons campaign. With a ton of possible endings, story events are presented through text descriptions accompanied by beautiful pixel art. You must make decisions on how to proceed and face the consequences of your actions. The combat is ripped straight from Dungeons & Dragons. Roll a die to determine your attack strength in classic Final Fantasy-style 2D turn-based battles. Adapting this style of tabletop game to the mobile platform is really cool, and it's highly recommended if you need a Western fantasy hit. Pikmin Bloom. There's nothing like a game that exploits the portable nature of smartphones. Pikmin Bloom is a roaming adventure game themed around the titular Nintendo series. The gameplay will feel familiar if you've played Pokémon Go. You roam around the real world gathering Pikmin and planting flowers. The game tracks how many steps you've taken in addition to how many Pikmin you've accrued, causing your existing Pikmin to plant flowers and put on various silly hats. The original gameplay of the Pikmin series is acknowledged by the mushrooms, which groups of Pikmin can be sent to swarm for superior loot. Pikmin Bloom is a charming revival of an old series that gets you out of the house. What's not to love? Just keep in mind the game moving to Netflix means it requires a Netflix sub to play.
Objection! The original Courtroom Adventure is back. Bigger and bolder than ever before. Join rookie attorney Phoenix Wright as you solve intriguing and intricate cases and protect your innocent clients from false accusations. Unreliable witnesses work relentlessly to stack the deck against you.
6. Ace Attorney Trilogy. Since we're already talking about classic Nintendo DS ports with the Layton series, I would be remiss if I didn't also mention the Ace Attorney Trilogy. This is a much more recent release, having only landed on Android in 2022, collecting all 3 titles from the original trilogy, in HD, of course. Similar to Layton, you'll investigate by solving puzzles, but you'll also get to argue your case in a courthouse, where things get interesting. After all, Phoenix Wright is a defense attorney, so you'll get to present evidence to clear your client. This all plays out in a typical adventure game format, mainly through text and cutscenes, and the move to HD means the game looks great on phones and tablets alike. Sure, the collection is expensive, but it's a full-featured release from Capcom that offers 3 separate titles to play through, which is a pretty good deal. '5. Layton. Curious Village in HD. The Professor Layton series debuted on the Nintendo DS in 2007, an adventure series where you hunt down clues to solve mysteries by solving puzzles. The first title is called Professor Layton and the Curious Village, which was eventually ported as an HD release for mobile in 2018. While it took a while to see all 3 titles from this series released on Android, they are all available now. Curious Village is the perfect starting point since this is the game that kicked off the series. And don't forget, this is a level 5 game, the same people behind the Ni no Kuni RPG series, and a handful of Yokai Watch. Animation is a clear strength of this studio, and Layton. Curious Village in HD displays this talent superbly. '4. Machinarium. Back in 2003, Amanita Design hit the scene with Samaros, a quirky browser-based adventure game that offered gorgeous vistas backed by brain-bending puzzles. But 2009 is when the developer really found success with Machinarium, vastly improving upon its brain-teasing gameplay. To this day, Machinarium is still one of Amanita Design's best games, thanks to its wonderful art and challenging puzzles. It's easily one of Android's best adventure games, precisely why it's on today's list. Best of all, if you've already experienced Machinarium, Amanita Design offers a handful of similar adventure games on the Play Store, all of which are excellent experiences that are well worth their asking prices. '3. 80 Days. An oldie but a goodie, 80 Days first landed on Android in 2014. This is an adventure game where you fulfill the role of a rich world traveler's assistant, so you'll be making all the plans to help your employer navigate the globe in 80 days. It's up to you to pick the destinations and where to shop, it all rests on your shoulders. This means you might not make it all the way around the globe on the first, third, or 10th try. But part of the fun is figuring out the best routes while watching as the action unfolds after each choice you make. The game is a delight, and despite its age, it holds up quite well. 2. Sky, Children of the Light. That game company has seen a few hits on consoles with games like Journey, Flower, and Flow, and it took these successes and created a free-to-play mobile game that actually stacks up to Journey. As a matter of fact, Sky, Children of the Light plays similarly to Journey, offering a similar seamless online experience where you can play with friends, exploring a strange world while piecing together the evolving story. Bordering on a live service game, offering events and continual updates, Sky, Children of the Light is easily unique, and even though it can feel directionless, that's part of the fun, figuring out what in the world is going on.
Hello all, thank you for coming to this very important informational meeting. First I have to ask, any feds here?
This is a small town where everybody knows everybody else and their business. When a couple of strangers start snooping around, word travels fast.
So tell me again why you're here.
I was assigned to the case by the Home Office in Albuquerque.
There is no Home Office.
1. Thimbleweed Park. LucasArts was well known back in the day for its exceptional point-and-click adventure games, like Maniac Mansion. Two of the very people that worked on those classics created Thimbleweed Park. It lives up to LucasArts quality, which is precisely why it's at the top of today's roundup. It's a fresh game that plays like the classics of yesteryear, offering an enjoyable sense of humor with a story that pays homage to the X-Files. Hands down, Thimbleweed Park is one of the best point-and-click adventure games out there, and it plays perfectly on Android, making it well worth the $10 price tag.